Most people believe their emotions are in control. They wake up and ask, how do I feel today? They make decisions based on mood. They react based on frustration. They speak based on anger. They quit based on discouragement. And then they wonder why their life feels unstable. But here is a truth that has guided disciplined thinkers for centuries. Emotions are messengers. They are not masters. Your feelings are signals. They carry information. They point to something deeper, but they are not commands. The Stoics understood this clearly. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And what stands between events and your response? Emotion. Today we're going to talk about how to respect emotion without surrendering to it, because emotional mastery is the foundation of discipline, and discipline is the foundation of freedom. Emotions feel overwhelming because they are immediate. They are fast, they are intense, they demand attention. Anger rises quickly, fear tightens instantly, embarrassment burns, excitement surges. But here is something important. Emotions are reactions. They are not conclusions. They are your nervous system responding to perception. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And that reaction begins with interpretation. You don't feel angry because something happened. You feel angry because of what you believe it means. You don't feel afraid because of a circumstance. You feel afraid because of what you assume is coming. Emotion is the body's signal. Judgment is the mind's addition. And if you never separate the two, you will live in constant reaction. When emotions become masters, life becomes unstable. You work when you feel motivated. You avoid when you feel uncomfortable. You speak when you feel irritated. You withdraw when you feel insecure. And slowly, your life begins to reflect your moods. The Stoics warned against this. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," meaning our emotional reactions often exaggerate the threat. If anger leads, relationships suffer. If fear leads, growth stops. If insecurity leads, potential shrinks. If excitement leads unchecked, discipline fades. Emotion without guidance becomes impulse. Impulse without reflection becomes regret. This is why discipline is not about suppressing emotion, it is about governing it. Marcus Aurelius did not deny emotion, he trained his response to it. Now here is where most people misunderstand this idea. We are not trying to eliminate emotion. Emotion is useful. Fear may be signaling risk. Anger may be signaling a boundary. Sadness may be signaling loss. Frustration may be signaling misalignment. Anxiety may be signaling uncertainty. These are signals, but signals require interpretation. Imagine your dashboard lights up in your car. You don't panic, you investigate. Emotion is your internal dashboard. Instead of asking, how do I get rid of this feeling? Ask, what is this feeling trying to tell me? This is emotional intelligence. This is Stoic awareness. This is self-command. The Enchiridion teaches, when something disturbs you, examine your judgment. Not the event, not the other person, your judgment. That single practice changes everything. There is a space, a small quiet gap, between what happens and how you respond. Most people never use that space. They react instantly, but disciplined people train that space. They pause, they breathe, they observe the emotion. They separate the feeling from the decision. Viktor Frankl wrote, "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose." That space is where character lives. That space is where composure is built. That space is where identity is shaped. You cannot control your first emotional reaction, but you can control what you do next. And that next decision defines your maturity. Let's make this practical. Here's how emotional mastery works in daily life. Notice the feeling. Name it clearly. I feel frustrated. I feel embarrassed. I feel anxious. Naming reduces intensity. Pause before responding. Even 3 seconds matters. Even one breath matters. Ask one question. What is within my control right now? This is pure Stoicism. Not, how do I fix everything? Not, how do I feel better immediately? But, what action is within my control? Act based on principle, not impulse. If you're angry, choose measured speech. If you're afraid, choose one small step forward. If you're discouraged, choose consistency. Emotion can inform you. It cannot command you. This is how self-trust is built. Most success failures are not intellectual failures. They are emotional failures. People know what to do. They just don't do it when it's uncomfortable. They know they should work out, make the call, have the conversation, stay calm, continue practicing, but they don't feel like it, and so emotion wins. But emotional mastery separates the average from the exceptional, because life will test you emotionally before it rewards you materially. Pressure, criticism, doubt, disrespect, delay, injustice. If your emotions control you, those tests will stop you. If you control your response, those tests will refine you. There is a level of strength that is louder than shouting. It is composure. Composure is calm under pressure, calm under insult, calm under misunderstanding, calm under adversity. And composure is not personality. It is trained restraint. The Stoics believed that the highest form of strength was control over oneself, not control over others, not control over circumstances, control over reaction. There are people in history who embodied this, individuals who faced hostility, injustice, public humiliation, and chose discipline over retaliation. They understood that emotion is temporary, but character is lasting. And when emotion tried to take the wheel, they chose principle instead. That kind of restraint is not weakness, it is power. And in our next episode, we will look at a man who demonstrated this in one of the most hostile environments imaginable. Not with noise, not with rage, but with unbreakable composure. Emotions are not enemies. They are signals. They are messengers. They are teachers. But they are not rulers. The disciplined life is not emotionless. It is emotionally intelligent. It is aware. It is reflective. It is steady. Today, begin practicing the pause. Notice the feeling. Create the space. Choose the response. Because when you master your reactions, you master your life. Emotions are messengers. They are not masters. And the strength to remember that is the strength that builds unshakable character.